Assalamu alaikum. This is Mohammad Singh welcoming you all to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. A chief advisor, Professor Mohammad Yunus, urges to remain united so that those driven out Bangladesh people cannot return. A three-day DC conference begins tomorrow with a total of 34 working sessions of different ministries and divisions. Neighboring country hatches conspiracies in video killings to help warmly cling to power, says Attorney General Mohammad Asadujaman. Israel releases 369 Palestinians prisoners in return after Hamas releases 3 Israeli captives under Gaza ceasefire deal. And Chelsea suffered 3-0 defeat against Brighton and hope in English Premier League. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. The Chief Advisor, Professor Mohammad Yunus, urged the political parties to reach a consensus in implementing the proposal placed by 6 reform commissions. He made the remarks in his opening speech while presiding over the first meeting of the National Consensus Commission with the political parties at Foreign Service Academy in this capital this afternoon. BNP, Jamaat and other political parties attended the meeting. In his speech, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus said the second phase of the interim government has started after completing the first phase. He asked all to remain united so that they cannot return, adding that those who were driven out by the people of Bangladesh are eager to return. Professor Yunus said, the report of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights changed the world over propaganda surrounding Bangladesh. The Chief Advisor said the other side could not benefit due to public and international support for the interim government.
আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানের মাধ্যমে আমরা দ্বিতীয় পর্বে প্রবেশ করলাম। নতুন বাংলাদেশের জন্য প্রস্তুত সেই নতুন বাংলাদেশ করার জন্য কি আইন কানুন লাগবে, কিভাবে আমরা অগ্রসর হবো, সেই প্রশ্ন মাথায় রেখে আমরা কিছু সংস্কার কমিশন করেছিলাম। অর্থাৎ সংস্কার করতে হবে, মজবুত ভাবে আইন কানুনগুলো বানাবো যাতে সবাই মেনে চলবে এবং মেনে চলার মাধ্যমে আমরা একটা সুন্দর সমাজ, সুন্দর রাষ্ট্র গঠন করতে পারব। যেভাবে আমরা প্রথম অধ্যায় আমরা শেষ করলাম, দ্বিতীয় অধ্যায়ে যদি আমরা ঠিক রাখতে পারি, তৃতীয় অধ্যায়ের জন্য আর আমাদের কোনো চিন্তা নেই, আমরা নিশ্চয়ই নতুন বাংলাদেশ বানাতে পারবো। যে সমস্ত শক্তি আমাদেরকে ব্যাহত করার চেষ্টা করেছে, আমাদেরকে কুণ্ডল করে দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করেছে, তাদেরকে সুন্দরভাবে সবাই মিলে মোকাবেলা করতে পেরেছে। দ্বিতীয় পর্বই হাঙ্গামা হবে, কারণ যাদেরকে বাংলাদেশের মানুষ তাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে, অস্বীকার করেছে, তাদেরকে ত্যাগ করেছে, তারা ফিরে আসার জন্য অত্যন্ত ব্যাপক। প্রতিটি দিন তাদের জন্য মূল্যবান দিন, দেরি হলে তাদের জন্য অসুবিধা। সেজন্য আমাদেরকে শক্ত থাকতে হবে, মজবুত থাকতে হবে এবং আমরা যেগুলো আলাপ করছি সেগুলো মতভেদ থাকবে, কিন্তু আমরা এর অর্থ নয় যে আমরা একত্র নই, আমরা একত্রে থাকবো। একই সঙ্গে এই যে আপনাদের সমর্থন, জনগণের সমর্থন ছাড়া আন্তর্জাতিক বিশ্বের সমর্থন, আপনারা হয়তো লক্ষ্য করেন সারা পৃথিবী জুড়ে আমাদের প্রতি একটা বড় রকমের সমর্থন গড়ে উঠেছে, যে কারণে অপর পক্ষ সুবিধা করতে পারছে। পদে পদে ব্যাহত হচ্ছে, যেখানে যাই বহু গল্প রচনা করেছে সে, গল্প টিকাইতে পারতেছে না। শেষ নিশ্চয় ট্রাম্পের হাতেই আবার সে গল্প চালাতে গিয়ে চালাতে পারবে না।
A three-day Deputy Commissioners Conference or DC Conference will begin in the capital tomorrow. The conference will continue till February 18. The Cabinet Division sources said as many as 353 proposals will be placed by the Deputy Commissioners and Divisional Commissioners. This year, a total of 34 working sessions of different ministries and divisions will be held. The working session will be held at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium, while the concluding session will be held at the new building of the Cabinet Division in the Secretariat. Attorney General Mohammad Asaduজ্জামান said the neighboring country hatched conspiracies and BDR killings to help warmly cling to power. He said this at a shadow parliament over the BDR killings organized by Debate for Democracy at the FDC in the capital today. Speaking as chief guest, the Attorney General said the BDR killings were not the outcomes of the just mutiny, rather it was an international conspiracy. Advocate Asaduজ্জামান went on saying that there had been farces in the name of the trials for BDR killings. Debate for Democracy Chairman Hassan Ahmed Chaudhry Kiron presided over the program. Tezgah College and Bangladesh University took part in the event, and Tezgah College outclassed Bangladesh University. A BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Khobor said, giving more importance to local elections or any other reformation before the national election will not be acceptable to the people. He made the remarks today while speaking at a roundtable titled Road to Election in the capital's Agarga. Khobor said, free and fair elections are necessary to sustain the nation's democratic advancement. The BNP leader also said that the Election Commission must be given freedom for a neutral election. The Rukun Education Camp of Btv Chattogram Metropolitan North was held at the community center in the city today. Btv Central Naibi Amir Dr. Sayyid Abdullah Muhammad Tahir was present as the chief guest in the program. He said, although the fascist government fell in the country on August 5 of 2024, their allies are still active. They are conspiring to destabilize the country in various ways. He called on the responsible persons of Jamaat Islami to play the role as vigilant watchmen to keep the nation alert and united against them. Chattogram District Amir Alauddin Shikder presided over and District Secretary Abdul Jabbar moderated, while Central Executive Council Member Vice President Abdul Rob, Chattogram Metropolitan Jamaat Naib Amir Nazrul Islam, Bandarban District Amir SM Abdul Salam Azad and other leaders addressed the occasion. Now, international news. Hamas has released 3 Israeli hostages after days of fears over future of the Gaza ceasefire. The hostages are now back in Israel. Appearing in good physical condition, Alexander Tufanov, Sergei Dekalchan and Yair Horn have been handed over to the ICRC in Khan Yunis. Israel released 369 Palestinian prisoners in return after the release of the 3 Israeli captives in Gaza under the Gaza ceasefire deal. Hamas said on Monday that it would not release hostages this weekend, blaming Israel for alleged violations of the ceasefire. Israel said if hostages weren't released by midday on Saturday, it would resume attacks on Gaza. Hamas said it expected indirect negotiations with Israel to start next week on the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire deal. Gaza's health ministry has confirmed 48,239 deaths in Israeli war on Gaza, while 111,676 people have been wounded. At least 10 people were killed and others wounded after a bomb struck a vehicle carrying laborers in southwestern Pakistan. An improvised explosive device hit the truck when it was traveling in the Harney area of Balochistan province on Friday. Security forces have been battling a decades-long rebellion by separatist groups in impoverished Balochistan, with violence in the border region surging over the past 3 years. Officials said the vehicle was carrying coal miners and that most of the victims were from the country's northwestern Swat Valley and other areas. A paramilitary official said an improvised explosive device was planted at the roadside, which exploded when truck carting coal miners reached the site. The region's Deputy Commissioner Hajrat Wali Aga said 17 miners were in the truck when the bomb went off. Several people were injured and taken to a local hospital.